I think we're good to keep this. We don't have that many of our quick aggressive creatures, but we have a lot of our control options. Looks like we can go land, wedding announcement. Fortunately, turn 4 we can't play the Paragon. Alright, it looks like we have the Paragon potential on turn 4, but there's no value to bringing it out other than just to have a 3/4 flyer. I think we might still just go Storefront. That gives us a good target to destroy something, so... Rite of Oblivion, give up Spirited Companion. Pass it to the opponent. Alright, another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. No blocks. Let's go for Specialist. Bring back the dog. Go for the Initiate, and it'll be the opponent's turn. I was thinking about getting rid of the Fable before they could do the discard draw, because they might be Reanimator. Yeah, Liliana's not going to help them too much with this board state. If they were sending those in, that was a clear case that they were just going to sacrifice them. Yeah, okay, so they do have Reanimator with Cruelty of Gix. Unfortunately, they do hit our Paragon, which we were trying to play next turn. So that's unfortunate for us. Let's get rid of this. Sacrifice here. We'll stun the team. And Touch the Spirit Realms, we can discard Flicker Specialist, get back the Companion. Titan of Industry for our opponent. So if they choose to destroy the Festivity, we can touch, get rid of it. The only problem is it's if they hit another Titan, we're in a lot of trouble. Well, off the board. And we'll get Kiki off the board as well, because it's too dangerous to let that exist. And may as well play the land for the turn. Alright, Invoke Despair, we sacrifice here, we sacrifice here. We're kind of okay giving them back Fable at this point, because we can pull counters from Initiate to get rid of Fable. They may just go for a double block, but just gonna have to accept the trade. Alright, they don't double block. Sadly, we just drawn too many lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely say Play with Fire isn't bad for your deck. It's a great card. And in all honesty, it works probably really well with everything you're doing, so nothing against it. Alright, so we'll go for the Paragon. And which value do we go for? Gonna go for the Extraction Specialist. Because if Paragon exists, next turn we can use Touch, get a 2-sheet off the board. Gonna hold that. Use it as a bluff card. Fortunately, they have the Voltage Surge. Alright, luckily we have Titan under here, so I think the best they get back is a Harvester. Liliana I don't care about. This is a land, this was just... This was bluff.
You're telling me what you won't be outsmarting me.
Why? Alright. Well, we put the land down, no attacks. Or... I'll see. Very interesting one I'm against mono white, and...
One of your friends has to leave.
I play Roiling Vortex and they don't scoop. Well, depending on which type of mono white, there's isn't necessarily need to scoop just for you playing the Roiling Vortex.
The will of the woods is made manifest.
And we're already over halfway through our lands. We get our flyer. I'm not scooping yet because I feel like we still have a chance here.
I've always hated colds.
See. Take the hit. Specialist. Get back the dog. Get double card draw. Play the Thalia. Pass it back. You still probably play the land because they're just going to plus slowly regardless.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
No blocks. So we can discard this to flicker something, or we can use it to exile. Still better for us to discard possibly, just to get these off the board. And let's see, how much damage are we able to swing through if we do that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they can block. So they block 2 3s. So 3, 5, 6, 7. So possibly lethal. Let's try for it. Could just been another land in their hand, so they could just have nothing here. Feel like if they had a spell, yeah, they would have played it. So yeah, good game. We got there. Boy, I was really worried about being able to get through that one, but you gotta see the reanimation value that you just quickly get on the card draw and such, that even once when you look like you're behind, you just suddenly are on the board again. Alright, I kind of like this hand. We'll keep it. Because we have the card draw from the companion to Rites of Oblivion to control, and these are like our favorite things to actually sacrifice to it. Go, dog, go! Are you afraid of my spirit companion? Are you gonna cut it down? Alright, Bank Buster for our opponent. I'm actually going to just get rid of the Bank Buster. 0 draw value for our opponent. I think this is like mono black Shouldred control again. Storefront, get ourselves another white source. Underdog for our opponent. We'll go for the announcements and get ourselves another white source. I think though, do I care enough about the underdog that I want? No, we got our XL target right there. No blocks. Goodbye, Shouldred. So I was right that it was mono black Shouldred. This card is getting a lot of play. Like, I heard very little talk about this card once when it was like in the spoiler season. Like, I thought it was going to just get completely overlooked, and I was thinking that this card's going to be crazy, and I was already building a deck around it. I just haven't gotten all the cards crafted yet for it. But later on, I'll try to show a deck that takes advantage of our opponent's drawing cards to lose life. Going for our opponent.
No you fight for me now.
They're staying on the defense. We'll get Thalia to the board. And we'll pass. Soul transfer for the opponent. I'll probably try to just fire that off, get rid of Thalia, and I'll use touch, discard, protect it. The only problem with touch is the discard only protects artifacts and creatures. It won't. We can't protect our wedding festivity if they had a way to actually target it. So we'll see Thalia return at the end of turn. Strangely enough, discard, get rid of this. Get rid of Soren.
What's one more grudge?
Sent everything just in case, like, if I only sent, like, some of them that they had a removal answer. Otherwise, I would have maybe just, like, sent Spirited Companion to their face. Alright. I held on to the Hopeful Initiate instead of playing it, just in case our opponent does, like, a Meathook Massacre. Yep, and there it is. Like this. So we bring this to the board. We'll bring Thalia back. We'll also go for a Initiate. I was really tempted to go for Companion, just immediately go for card draw. I felt that getting the Thalia to the board to keep the tax on the opponent was probably the best answer. It also meant that if they blitzed Underdog for whatever reason, we have the ability to block and not lose anything in the block. Now there is a problem there. If Thalia dies at this point, it does go into exile. If they bring a creature to the board without getting rid of Paragon, we can use the touches from our graveyard. The opponent's in deep thought over there. Let's see, we are at 42, they're at 44, so we're actually ahead of them on the card value on the board. Trespasser for the opponent. What are they going to get rid of? They get rid of the dog. Okay. Liliana makes a sacrifice, will give up the
Enough
Initiate.
with the mysteries. I've come for answers. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Go for touch. Get rid of this. We'll discard Bloodcaster. Because I don't want them eating our graveyard. Get Lily off the board just to make sure that they can't,
I'm not interested in
you know, be able to plus it and then minus again to make a sacrifice. Now, they get the card at their end step, so we don't have to worry about that right away. Unless it's an instant. Oh no, they got an instant speed removal for our Paragon? Okay, it doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see here. Bring out the Bloodcaster. Instant speed the interactions you have opponent, because if you had the removal for the Paragon, you should just fire it off right away to deny me. Get another Paragon. We'll send the attacks. They could just be having priority just because of these Field of Ruins. Because we have one non-basic land over here. Infernal Grasp gives us a blood. Don't plus, don't plus, don't plus. Go for the minus. Go for the minus. Please go for the minus. Thank you. Okay, so sacrificing dog, we don't actually get a death trigger because we brought it back with can't stay away. Go for Paragon. Go for the Initiate. And we have gotten enough value that the opponent has scooped it up. There we go. This is not a keepable hand here. We have 0 2-drops at our creatures, so no reason to keep this one. We'll keep this one. We'll put 1 touch on the bottom. Get ourselves a black source. It's red-blue this time. Go for the Thalia. Probably see Thalia get hit by a removal spell right now. No? Go for the Initiate. Initiate's good. Alright, we'll attack. Stated Thalia. Made them waste a burn. So this could just be a Jeskai burn deck. Let's go for the attack. I feel like a counterspell is in their hand, so I'm just going to play this and not go for the announcement. Get another black source. Alright, Fading Hope's not bad for us because now we can go Wedding Announcement to Thalia. Go for the announcement. They let the announcement resolve. Let's go for the combat. And now we go for Thalia. Our opponent's going to Big Scar. Alright, they're an Arcane Bombardment deck, so Thalia actually is a problem for them. Explains why they are trying to get rid of it so much. Let's go for the Paragon. What do you have with your 2-mana opponent? Go for Thalia. Alright, another Lightning Strike. Jeskai Bombardment is a real deck idea, just because of how much control they can do. Let's... Instead of bringing out the Initiate, I'm going to go for the Storefront here. Just so I can deck in the lands. It also means that it's like if they go for a sweeper here, we can use Can't Stay Away still. Unfortunately, I still hit lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so... Our opponent gets lots of card draw. Very bad for us with the bombardment, especially considering they got a big score under this. Gosh. Attempt to combat. Just have to hope they don't get anything that interacts with the Paragon. They got lots of card draw, no actual burn. And they didn't hit the board white. But with all this card draw, it's just only a matter of time until they use the board white. Alright, what happens here? You've drawn so many cards, you should have... Yeah, there it is. Burn down the house, 5 damage to everything. And they also hit Depopulate, so... That means we can't get on the board anymore. I'm trying to think if there is a way for us to... Oh, we do have the Cathar. So we could destroy the bombardment. Could also revive it. But no, I'm going to draw more lands. Because that's awesome. So we actually do have an out. I'm trying to play for it. The problem is simply, do we have the ability to draw our out? The fact that the opponent just hit Burn Down the House and Lightning Strike there, I think it's pretty much GG's. But we'll give it one more turn. it's Cathar or bust. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We already have taken 14 lands out of our top 20. 14 out of 20. Wow, we really only had 6 non-land cards? Holy cow. That is a lot of land. The opponent doesn't have to actually cast these, so I don't think we're going to get to deck them. A lot of damage coming our way. That's why I say it's Cathar or bust, and then off of that, it's what do we get afterwards. We actually hit the Cathar. It might be too little too late, but we're going to give it a try. Once reading their cards, they know it's coming, so they're just going to sacrifice immediately. They could actually have a counterspell in their deck, and they might be trying to dig for the counterspell at this point. Let's see, how much damage are they going to be coming in with? So, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's good game. I'm just going to scoot because there's too many triggers on the stack here, and while I could destroy both their bombardments, we're just dead on board. Not considering how many other burn spells they have in their hand at this point. It's unfortunate. So we take our first loss. The deck, on the test here, we played 7 games, it went 6-1. That's really good, play rate. The Paragons are so good, I think, yeah, if you're going to go for this deck, add another Paragon into it, at least one more. The synergies of Specialist with all of these cards work so great. The last game we lost because we literally topped 20 of our cards. We went through 16 lands. It's very hard to win with only, 4 non-land cards. Your 4 non-land cards better be amazing. But, any case, but you get so much draw value with the Spirit Companions, the Welcoming Vampires. The ability to get some redraw with the Blood does actually come in handy, and using the Blood for the Rites of Oblivion also still very relevant. So, I love the synergies of this deck, and overall, I think if you want to climb ladder with this, it should do it no problem. The only thing you'll have to remember is that whatever you bring back with the Specialist is not able to attack or block, but they're great for, using as sacrifice fodder or even their passives. So, getting the extra draw value, being able to sacrifice this to destroy artifacts, enchantments, those are great things. Also, just bringing back Bloodcasters, even if you can't attack with them, when your creature's stunned, you get the blood tokens. It works really well. And we actually did get to see Touch of Spirit Realm come in handy for both playing it to the board and the channel. And I actually really love the combo of this card with some of these other cards. So, can't recommend this deck more. Okay, how'd the questing with your Death Knight go there, Raz? Like you mentioned, you said you missed my chat, but I saw that you were having some fun in a new server, is what you said? Fresh server where you were leveling up? Is it another hardcore style character, or is it just a random just want to, start back at start kind of idea? Everyone started at 1. Alright. Retired from the hardcore for now. I mean, that's understandable. You can only slam your head into the hardcore mode for so long. On the open, we'll keep this. Wedding announcements might be a little awkward with this hand, because Thalia, but... as we know, everyone likes to snipe down Thalia. Okay. A little strange, but okay. So opponent plays Shivan Devastator X0, but gets the +1/+1 counter because of the Faces of Kakazan's second trigger here. So they managed to get themselves a 1/1 flyer, and as I thought, they would go for the kill on our creature. We're just gonna go land and pass. My plan is to play the Cathar Commander to the board. Alright. I think it's going to be better for us to ambush the Stormseeker and get rid of that. But I really don't want to have to deal with the etchings. Because what we can do is, okay, we can go play this to the board. Block. Sacrifice, get rid of this. It does mean Stormseeker still has the ability to give their creatures haste. But I'm going to get it off the board with this touch. I just realized I think I forgot to switch decks. Yeah, I forgot to switch to decks. So we're unfortunately still in our black-white Reanimator. I'm like thinking it's like, oh, we got like similar cards that we were playing. I just remember this isn't in the other deck. Neither is this. And we're having black sources. I just totally was spacing on that. So we'll play our Nine Humans in just a moment. I accidentally restarted this deck is all. Alright, let's go ahead and bring out the Specialist. Opponent's turn. We can flash out the Cathar again. Looks like the opponent's going to sacrifice Racer's Ring because they want to get a card draw. We'll flash in another Commando. Block, block. Since we're Reanimator, we're fine with giving up those cards. That just goes up to one extra +1/+1 counter, being a 2/2. Let's see, go Wedding Announcement. Attack the opponent. I'm not going to use Rite of Oblivion yet. I'd rather sacrifice the little 1/1 token. Thundering Raiju, that is dangerous. So, Thundering Raiju is what we're going to get rid of with the Rite of Oblivion. We'll go ahead and say no blocks. We'll take the hit. Storefront. Get another land. Announcement. Rite of Oblivion. Give this up. Pass it back. I'm going to hold back on the defenses considering how many haste cards they have. I'd hate to just get trampled over by a 4/4 haster now. But it looks like that's the whole point of their deck, is their red-green haste. The only thing that doesn't have haste are these Beast Callers, because they're just such a great 2-drop. Alright, there's Partners. So we have to use Rights on the Dragon. Bring Folly to the board. If they get another dragon, we're just dead here, unfortunately. Because they can go X4. Hana Elena will give an extra 2 counters, so that's 6 counters. Alright, Stormseeker's not the death of us. Now, if they're smart, they go +1/+0 here, and then place the 3/+1 counters. We'll take some trample. We'll kill the partners. Get the initiate to the board. Pass it back. Fortunately, we've been on the defense this whole time. But as I said, they're just all haste cards. Ooh, not what we were hoping for. Well, we played a land. Pass it back. Takes it down to 2. If I remember correctly, we saw that they run lightning strikes, so we're currently in lethal range of just a random top deck. I mean, yeah, I'll throw everything at that. They only get to kill 1 token. That was not a worthwhile trade for them. Alright, a fresh announcement. We'll attack with 2. Get a card draw. Alright, what'd you get off top? Land. That was the best thing we could ask for. They're giving us GG's, but I'm still afraid of just randomly dying to their top deck. Because we didn't have lethal on the board there. Okay, that protects us from any creature threat. What you got, opponent? Alright, we send it. Okay. Discard, get rid of, and GG. They don't have enough blockers. I mean, that was a good top deck for the opponent to potentially bait us into a attack there. But we managed to pull through.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.